Dark Horse Comics is an American comic book and manga publisher. It was founded in 1986 by Mike Richardson in Milwaukee, Oregon. Richardson started out by opening his first comic book store, Pegasus Books, in Bend, Oregon, in 1980. From there he was able to use the funds from his retail operation to start his own publishing company. Dark Horse Presents and Boris the Bear were the two initial titles in 1986, and within 1 year of its first publication, Dark Horse Comics added 9 new titles to its roster, including Hellboy, The American, The Mask, Trekker, and Black Cross. Frank Miller's Sin City is one of the most famous works associated with Dark Horse, and it has become something of a signature comic to the publishing house. They also established a reputation for publishing licensed works such as Alien, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Conan, and Star Wars. Dark Horse has published many licensed comics, including comics based on Star Wars, Avatar, The Last Airbender, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Aliens, Predator, Mass Effect, Dragon Age, Conan, and Who Wants to Be a Superhero? Dark Horse has also published creator-owned comics such as Frank Miller's Sin City and 300, Mike Mignola's Hellboy, Stan Sakai's Usagi Yojimbo, Gerard Way's Umbrella Academy, Overwatch, and Michael Chabon's The Escapist. Today, the comic arm of the company flourishes despite no longer having its own universe of superpowered characters. Dark Horse also published the English translation of The Legend of Zelda, Hyrule Historia in 2013. Like Dell and Gold Key, Dark Horse was one of the few major American publishers of comic books never to display the Comics Code Authority seal on its covers. In 2006, the New York Times reported that Dark Horse pays by the story or the page, and shares profit generated by comic books and related merchandise. That is different from the standard work-for-hire arrangement at DC and Marvel. Creators are paid for a specific story and perhaps receive royalties from collected editions, but the bulk of the revenue, and all of the merchandising opportunities, remain with the companies. 1986-2000. Dark Horse was founded in 1986 by Mike Richardson and launched in July 1986 with the black and white anthology series Dark Horse Presents that featured Paul Chadwick's Concrete and Chris Warner's Black Cross. The New York Times reported that Dark Horse entered the game thanks to the birth of the direct sales market in the 1980s, which moved comics beyond newsstands and into specialty stores. In 1991, Dark Horse created a unit to develop toys, and then in 1992, created Dark Horse Entertainment, the company's film and television production division. Dark Horse established itself by publishing creator-owned series and licensed titles. When the Dark Horse editorial staff decided to create a comic universe of its own, the result was the boastfully named Comics Greatest World, CGW. Despite Dark Horse's efforts, the comics industry became glutted in the mid-1990s and imploded. All CGW titles were cancelled except for Ghost. Successes of the 90s included books based on the Buffy the Vampire Slayer franchise, American distributed Japanese manga series such as Ghost in the Shell and Lone Wolf and Cub, and original works by writer Frank Miller, including Sin City and the graphic novel 300. 2020. In 2006, Dark Horse was the third largest comics publisher. Per Diamond Comic Distributors, Marvel had 36.9% of the market, DC had 32.9% and Dark Horse had 5.6%. In 2007, Dark Horse donated copies of all of its published works to the Portland State University Library, which maintains both a browsing collection of book titles, in addition to a research collection which also includes every print, poster, statue, figure, and all other products. As of July 15, 2016, the library has cataloged over 10,000 titles as the official archive of Dark Horse publications. In 2011, Dark Horse Presents relaunched, including the return of Paul Chadwick's Concrete and Steve Niles' Criminal Macabre, as well as new talent including Sanford Green, Carla Speed McNeil, Nate Crosby, and others. Starting in 2013, Dark Horse began to reprint EC archives, picking up the project of reprinting classic EC comics from the 1950s where Gladstone left off. using the same size and format as Gladstone, with all stories reprinted in order and in full color. In 2011, Dark Horse launched their iOS app and online digital comics store, followed by the release of the beta version of a native Android app in 2012. Any device with a modern web browser can be used to read Dark Horse comics at their web store. In early 2017, Dark Horse Comic entered partnership with Krypton Future Media to publish official English-language Hatsune Miku-related manga. In late summer of 2018, a set of comic books for Mist Icons were released. In 2020, Dark Horse announced it was severing ties with writer and editor Scott Allie after another former Dark Horse employee accused him of sexual harassment and sexual assault across a period lasting more than a decade. It was reported that in 2015, after reports of multiple instances of sexual misconduct by Allie, Dark Horse Comics founder Mike Richardson released a statement to The Beat, which in part read, "In this particular case, action was taken immediately, though we did not, and cannot, perform a public flogging, as some might wish." Although Richardson said action had been taken, Allie continued as an editor for Dark Horse, transitioning from editor-in-chief to the role of executive senior editor in 2015, before departing Dark Horse as a full-time employee in 2017, continuing to work with them until 2020 in a freelance capacity. Members of Dark Horse Comics: Art Adams, Frank Miller, John Byrne, Mike Mignola, Paul Chadwick, Dave Gibbons, and Geoff Darrow were also on the initial Dark Horse Legend launch tour. Mike Allred, Walter Simonson. Dark Horse Comics has acquired the rights to make comic book adaptations of many popular films and series. Some of these include Aliens, Army of Darkness, before Dynamite Entertainment acquired the license, Indiana Jones, Predator, RoboCop, The Thing, Star Wars, The Terminator, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and its spin-off, Angel, Planet of the Apes, Let Me In and Avatar, The Last Airbender. In 2013, CCP Games announced that Dark Horse would be publishing a series of comic books based on stories collected from players of the Merpage EVE Online. In 2014, Lucasfilm announced that, as of 2015, future Star Wars comics would be published by Lucasfilm's corporate sibling, Marvel Comics. In 2017, Dark Horse Comics began publishing Critical Role, Vox Machina Origins based on the web series Critical Role. In 2019, Critical Role, Vox Machina Origins was Dark Horse's sixth best-selling title with 19,000 copies sold. The following are feature films based on series from Dark Horse Comics. Released projects are: Dr. Giggles, 1992. The Mask, 1994. Time Cop, 1994. Tank Girl, 1995. Barbed Wire, 1996. Mystery Men, 1999. Virus, 1999. G-Men from Hell, 2000. American Splendor, 2003. Time Cop 2, The Berlin Decision, 2003. Alien vs. Predator, 2004. The BPRD. Declassified, 2004, TV Special. Hellboy, 2004. Sin City, 2005. Son of the Mask, 2005. The Amazing Screw-On Head, 2006, TV pilot. Hellboy, Sword of Storms, 2006, animated, direct-to-video. 300, 2007. 30 Days of Night, 2007. Hellboy, Blood and Iron, 2007, animated, direct-to-video. Aliens vs. Predator, Requiem, 2007. Hellboy 2, The Golden Army, 2008. R.I.P.D. 2013. Sin City, A Dame to Kill For, 2014. 300, Rise of an Empire, 2014. Polar, 2019. Hellboy, 2019.